Alright, y'all, you already know who it is. It's your boy JP. I want to do something different today. I want to do an actual review of this Kenwood radio. That is the dnx576s, and I just want to show you guys what it's about, what it can do, its capabilities, all that good stuff, some ratings on it, and we're just gonna go over some things. So first, let's see what's inside the box. Okay, so first things first, you got your wiring harness. You have your steering wheel controls, your dash cam wires, also the reverse and the e-brake wire inside the harness. It comes with a Bluetooth microphone. You got a USB right here. Is where you'll use your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You have to hook it up to the USB. And of course you have your GPS antenna and some screws, the manual, some keys if you decide to hook this up through the cage or not. Now let's go ahead and get this radio out. Also, when you open it up, you're gonna have this little trim. If you use them like a dash kit, like Metro dash kits, then you probably won't even use this, but if you ISO mount it, then you might need it, so just keep it. Alright, so there you have it right there. We got a nice 6.8 or either 6.8 or 6.9 inch screen. It's very nice. The brushed aluminum look right along the bottom. Everything else is going to be the high gloss black. This one does have the DVD player up at the top, but let's take a look at the back for real quick. You have your USB. This is where you'll actually stick your extension. Right over here you have your antenna, and then we have your rear cam output, rear cam input, rear cam. This is where you hook up your dash cam, and you have another video out. 3 sets of RCAs, front, rear, and sub. Audio video out, microphone go right here, GPS, your iData link, audio video inputs. This right here will be for your Sirius XM. You also have a data link placed right there. That's for the dash cam, and that's where your main harness is at. You also have the fan that's in the back. So the reason that I wanted to show you guys this is just to show you all of the a couple more of the capabilities of it, so you guys know what you're getting into. So right now I can tell you it has 3 sets of RCAs, but you can see for yourself we have 3 sets of RCAs, so a 4-channel amplifier or a 5-channel amp, or 2 amps, 1 4, 1 mono. It'll all go here. Sirius XM, that's where your V300 is going to plug in right there. If you have the Maestro, to actually get some more features, you'll hook your iData link cable up to here. Your GPS antenna and microphone up here, dash cam right there. And now I'm going to install this in the vehicle, and then we're going to be able to play with it, play with some more stuff. Alright, so that's this lit up. Like I said, CD player goes in the top. You do have your little infrared right here, because there is a remote that you can download with your phone, and you can use just kind of, it'll go off of Bluetooth actually. Now you can update your maps right here through the Garmin GPS SD card right here, but you should have the most updated version when you get your radio, because these are fairly new. Right here you have the control panel, and the illumination is actually going through the whole color spectrum. So right here is the home button. This will be the actual volume up and down. This right here will go straight to your navigation, tell you where you're at, and then you can press that to bring the menu up from there. Let's go to the home screen. Home screen will tell you like this. Alright, so here at the home screen, you have this button that you can press, so it'll actually bring up more of your features. Now these 4 at the bottom are going to stay the same: the navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and telephone, which when you actually pair up your phone to the Bluetooth, you'll be able to press that right there, and it'll show you all your outgoing, incoming, so like your dial calls, missed calls, received calls, your phone book, your favorites, and you'll be able to make calls from here. You will also be able to go up here and select Bluetooth, and you will be able to stream any type of music from your phone: Netflix, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, all that good stuff when it's on Bluetooth. Also, you do have a Pandora and Spotify app inside here. So what that does is, either through Bluetooth or through actually plugging your phone up, you can press this Pandora, and that means that you can actually control Pandora from the radio. You don't have to touch your phone, and that does include looking at all your stations that you have, thumb up or thumb down a song, play and pause, and skipping. Same thing for Spotify, other than of course not thumbing up and thumbing down the music. iPod, USB, Sirius XM, all you could press these, but until you actually plug that tuner into the back, it's just gonna say check tuner. So that does give you the availability to do that. Alright, so this right here is your second page in the little menu from hitting those little blocks down in the corner. It's gonna bring up an SD card to where you can like put a card in here. You can either listen to music, and I think you can actually upload photos on here for like wallpaper, audio, video in, audio. Now the audio really lets you get really in depth as far as how you want to listen to your music, from changing your crossovers, actually picking what type of card you have, what type of speaker you have, where the tweeter is. You can really get in depth with it. Going to the EQ settings, and you have the full 13-band EQ. Now you can go here to pre-select and choose one of the presets, or you can go to user one and literally go up and down and just kind of play with it to whatever you like. And you can set that as a user. Different listening positions. So if you're the driver, you can say, hey, I want it to be solely on me, so it sounds best for me. Or you can click on all, you can set it. It's very, very nice. Fade and balance, of course, volume offset, zone control. These are just different options for you audiophiles who really like to listen to your music. Like, people listen to their music, but those are for people who really like to listen to their music. You can sit in your car for hours and fine tune your music to exactly how you like it. Now, these on the bottom, these are muted, or to an extent they're black and white, because we do not have the Maestro RR hooked up. So vehicle info, when you click on vehicle info, when you actually have the Maestro hooked up, you see things like tire pressure, see how you have voltage from your battery, you can see whether your doors are open, stuff like that. You can also look at your gauges, satellite radio, media player, Bluetooth streaming. These are all factory features that you would have inside the vehicle that would display on this radio if you had the Maestro hooked up. Also radar detector, gauges, climate control, and parking assist. So when you're backing up, the little beep beep beep, it is retained through here. And the only reason that it's not showing on this radio right now is because the vehicle that we're in has none of those features that it will retain, other than gauges and vehicle info. But he didn't use the RR, the Maestro RR, to actually retain that stuff, and that's that iData link port that I was showing you guys in the back. Since he didn't use that, you won't get those features. But the best thing to do is to go to the Maestro website and actually click on Maestro RR, stands for radio replacement, and see what all features you can actually see what features your car will retain. So if you have like a Mustang or a Camaro where climate control is important because it's done through the radio, or you're going to be replacing the knobs, then you need to get a radio like this so you can still keep your climate control through the radio and be good with that. Now, while I'm playing around with this, I just want to give you guys just a little bit more information. This radio does play FLAC files and high resolution audio, so that's really good. Kenwood also is the only radio that has a contract with Garmin. So when you use Kenwood radios for your built-in GPS, you actually use Garmin maps. You do not use like the Navtech or whatever it is with anybody else. Other than that, it does do 50x4, but that is the max. RMS, you're going to get about 22 watts per channel with this radio, which is really good coming from a radio. I only seen a couple radios that actually have a true 50x4, and one of them was like a Sony or something like that, but I'm not really a big fan of Sony. But either way, I think this radio is really good for the money. It's not that expensive in terms of when you're actually thinking about how much built-in GPS units actually cost. But I don't know, I mean, it's pretty nice. Go here to the home. Let's see some other stuff that we can show y'all. Let's go to the settings so we can kind of go through that a little bit. So through the settings, and this is actually how you would check to see if your stuff is in date or up to date as far as the firmware. You go over here to special and you go to software information, and then these two will tell you what version of software you're actually on right now. Turn the demo off, all that type of stuff. You got navigation settings, Bluetooth settings, camera settings, and then you can also go to audio straight from that setup menu. And it's kind of like a little segue to get over there. I just want to show you about this new little radio that we're playing with. This is the dnx576s. That means it does, the N stands for navigation, so this is a built-in navigation unit. Even though you can hook up the Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto, you also have that third option for using your maps with the actual Garmin maps. So we've seen what comes inside the box, we've seen what's on the back of the radio, we also played with it a little bit, and other than that, man, if you guys have any questions, please write them down in the comments below. If you guys want to get this radio, I will have links down in the description. Until next time, this is JP signing out, man. I'll catch y'all at the next review.